welcome to VLN 5, the 6-hour race. If I look a little bit tired, that's because I really am. We've just driven 11 hours, loads of traffic, accidents, all sorts, but we made it here. I've just signed in, done my driver's sign on. I've just been given a nice present, as you always get something at this awesome round. So at the 6 hours, the Rover 6 Stunden, I can't say the rest, it's too many words. I got a little kind of torch this time. Look at this, isn't this cool? So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go downstairs now, say hello to the team, and I think we're going to have a bit of an early night tonight. It's race day and it is really raining. In fact, I'm not going to talk too much now because we're both going to get wet stood here on camera. So we're going to take our stuff to the pit box and I'll talk to you when we're there. So on a day like today, this stuff's invaluable. So we've just rain-xed the inside. This is the anti-fog, the inside of the windscreen, also done the outside. Hopefully it'll help us see where we're going, which is quite important here. As you might notice, we've only actually got one windscreen wiper, so this only really covers just in front of the driver. And over on the other side, you can't see anything if it starts getting really rainy. So we just had a very wet qualifying session. We really only did 2 laps. Akim did 1, I did 1. Just really tiptoeing around, trying to keep the car on the track. Conditions got really bad, but we are in the race, we've qualified, haven't even seen the positions. But it doesn't really matter because there's now 6 hours that we have to survive and it looks like it might stay wet. Our key competitor here is Mini, so these guys are quick. Apparently it's the only Mini Coupe race car in the world, but they're on pole position and they're who we've got to catch, and as you can see the rain hasn't stopped, still pouring with rain. So it's still raining, but now it's actually hot. So it's going to be warm and wet on the track today for this race. Let's see how quickly it dries up if it stops raining. So as a final note, as we leave the grid, the rain stopped and it's bright sunshine and it's hot. So who knows what's going to happen? We're on wets at the moment. We didn't really have a chance to gamble on slicks for the start. There's going to be 20 minutes for this ground to dry up. I reckon within a couple of laps, Jürgen's going to be in for some slicks, as will everybody else here. It's going to be a very busy pit lane. So the story so far, Jürgen started the race on wets. It pretty quickly dried out and we were one of the first cars to come in for slicks. He's just finished his his out lap really on the slicks. Everything looks good so far and looks like the right decision. So we'll update you a little bit later. Literally just got out of the car just a moment ago. I'm resting, which I don't normally do. I don't normally come in the truck and have a drink and sit down, but I'm going back out again in about an hour and a half, so just need to get my breath back. It went from being really rainy and cold and drizzly and horrible to being baking hot. So beautiful conditions. Unfortunately, the first part of my stint there were a lot of code 60s, so we couldn't really do the fast laps whilst the tyres were fresh. But by the time we got 4 or 5 laps in, I got to do a couple of clearish laps. So no major dramas, just very gradual drop off in tyre performance, slight improvement in terms of the weight of the car as the fuel burns off, and they kind of cancel each other out. So yeah, I'll go back out again in an hour and a half and I'll tell you how that goes. So we did it! We finished and we won! And I brought my phone with me just to film this. So I'm just going to remove the GoPro and then we'll go get a beer. Danke schön.
Bitte schön.
Cheers. So that's it, guys. That was the 6 hours. We had a slightly hairy moment on the final lap where this car, the Rover car, gave us a slight love tap at Adenauer Forst, but I haven't looked at the back of the car. The front of their car looks fine. So I think probably the back of our car is fine too. But next up we have to pack down the pit box and go and collect a trophy. So that's it, guys. That's the story of our weekend. We'll see you again in 5 weeks. 5 Wochen for more of the same.
What a long time.
Oh, it's too long, isn't it? So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye.